Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Hopefully you can all hear me all right. I guess just let me know in the chat if you can or cannot, but I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. Yeah, looks like you guys can. So cool. We're gonna start off with, I don't even know how this live stream is really gonna go. Mostly because the move right now is happening. So usually we just go over like yesterday's. I guess we can go over the pump. Yesterday I got a comment. Like people wanted to, me to talk about how and why. How and why you enter positions. I'm guessing like the how is like what conditions have to be met. Because I don't really have a better answer than just that. So we're just going to look at this high right here. For me, I did not have any clear levels marked out for this high, to be quite honest. I didn't have a FIB level out. There was no really clear support and resistance level even on the daily term time frame. You can argue that this daily term time frame support and resistance, like up in here, that was untested, but I didn't have that marked out. I wasn't even looking at that, and I didn't really. Even if that happened now, I probably wouldn't even have noticed too much. Really, what could give you the clear signal is these huge drives. I mean, multiple drives of just bearish divergence all the way down. You have one drive right here, yet another drive coming into this high right here, and then yet another drive, I believe. Yeah, you had another drive coming into this high, which also was a swing fed pattern. And this also was a swing fed pattern. So you just had. You had 1, 2, 3 drives of bearish divergence. Usually when you have 3 drives or you have 3 drives of bullish, then things start to at least reverse. So that was really clear. I very rarely see 4 drives or something along those lines. So like 3 is usually the typical max I like to see. So that was really just the divergence forming was what could have signaled to you what was going on. So I guess what people want me to ask, like how to enter position. So you can enter the short right here, right? You saw bullish bearish divergence form. I personally wouldn't have, simply because this wasn't a level marked out. I don't short and long just because of one drive of bearish or bullish divergence. Like that alone doesn't get me to long or short. So that really, I wouldn't have. You could have. A good type of profit on the way down. This is an area that I would have shorted, like up in here. I would have shorted this because of swing failure pattern plus 2 drives of bearish divergence. So you had you had 2 drives plus swing failure pattern that brings you to the 618 at the very least. So that's the typical pullback zone. So that's your first take profit. Boom, 1 take profit there at the 618. Then your stop loss becomes your entry. So you see a swing failure pattern form. You see the second drive of bearish divergence. You enter your short to take profit at the 618. Not all profit, but however much you want, 20-30%, something like that. And put your stop loss at break even. Then coming down to the next high this also produced a swing failure pattern right here with another drive of bearish divergence. So that's 3 drives of bearish divergence plus a swing failure pattern. I would have entered again, seeing that play out. So I would have saw a swing failure pattern plus another drive of bearish divergence. So you short this high right here, or just short this candle at the close. Yeah, really at the close, because you have to wait for the closure for the swing failure pattern. Then take profit at the 618. So first take profit at the 618 right here. Stop loss at break even. Then another take profit at the range lows right here. How much you want, and then let the rest ride. That's how I personally play swing failure patterns with those take profit levels. So hopefully that is of some help to who commented yesterday of how to know when to enter, right? Wouldn't enter there because there was no level mark, no other level, nothing, no other confluence other than just divergence. Right here, there's a swing failure pattern plus multiple drives of divergence. So you take, I would have taken a position, and then another swing failure pattern plus even more drives of divergence. So I took a position. Cool. Now coming down to what this huge dump is all about. Really, what I expect from this dump is to finally break out of this range. So what we were talking about was previously, essentially before last night, the value area low was, the point control was heavily skewed down to the value area low, so you're most likely going to break out of this value area high before anything else. We got that. That skewed the point control, that skewed everything, but looking back when we were looking at it, there was a decently heavy skew down here. So breaking out of the value high, fine. We actually broke out of the range, perfectly fine. And now we're most likely, in my opinion, going to continue the downward trend. Now, the real main reason why I say that just happens to be the SPX. So we come down to SPX. We're finally breaking this low. Right, we were waiting for a bounce up in this region. We got the little bounce off of it, not enough, broke through it, and ever since this closure right here, it's been doom and gloom. Right, there was a potential we come up and fill this gap, have one green day, and then continue the trend. But until then, targets become real nasty after we breaking this low, and we finally broke this low. So I don't see any real significant bounces. Obviously, yes, you'll have a green day here and there for Bitcoin, but I don't see any real significant bounces for Bitcoin until the SPX can form another low. So if you want technical targets right now, 1 hour closure basis. So for the person that asked yesterday, this is going to be a close. The how is going to be a closure basis. So I'm going to look first for all these levels within this value area to get hit or to get retested. So at this point, you blasted through the value area high, obviously didn't get, so you got accepted back into this range. So what do you want to look for? You want to look for just a retest of the value area high first. If you fail that, then you get acceptance back into the range. You got acceptance back into the range. Now you're waiting for a retest of the point control. We blasted through that already. And now we're going to be waiting for a retest of the value area low at 18,730 roughly. 1 hour closure basis. So if we come down, wick below, and then close above, or we just touch it and then close above. As long as you touch the value area low and close above it, then that will signal to you that you might get a slight bounce, and that's probably a good long position, especially a good take profit on a short if you're already short from that the swing patterns from up above. So that would be how I would look at this. Do I think it's going to bounce off of this? I do think you have I definitely don't think you're just gonna have like a catastrophic doom with only 3 hours left in New York session. So I think there's definitely a possibility we come down all the way here. That's already a like just from the top. Ooh, I'm on the wrong. That would already be almost an 8% move from the top of the move today. So that already is way overextended. So excuse me, I had to move my feet. So yeah, that's what I would expect, was a slight bounce off of this, and then we continue the downtrend later. I don't think we're not going to get it. I don't think there's going to be one huge catastrophic doom today. I do think that this is definitely plays into the macro picture that we've been looking at on the daily term time frame of coming down to the bottom of the week of November 7th. So still got 42% in 42 days. So we actually are exactly at 1%, a 1% drop a day, which is pretty significant. So yeah. So where, if we get that bounce, where do I expect these targets to come to? So if we get that bounce on the 1 hour closure basis, so if you enter along based off of that level, based off of a 1 hour closure basis, where do I think good take profits would be? So you have printed a fair amount. Let me just actually label where that is, just so like future reference when I go down small term time frames. That's close enough. Cool. So if you come down, get that retest, and it's a successful retest, what you would look for, or what I would look for, you would pull your fib levels first and foremost. I don't think that this value area is going to give much of significance. We can see how it is developed now, but I would, with major moves like these, I don't expect, much to be there to begin with. So very low liquidity move, a lot of volume at the top just because you clustered at the top. That's kind of what you expect there. So what I would look for is a significant fib level, plus a fair value gap fill, and you could take them in order for your take profit. So you want to be extremely careful with these. What I mean by careful is something along the lines of like you take profit at the 382, right? You have a fair value gap at the 382 at the top. You take some profit there, not complete profit, but some profit there. You have another fair value gap right here with this 0.5 Fibonacci level. You take another take profit there, and etc, etc, all the way. You have this huge one up here with a 618, right? Yeah, with the 618, and you take some profits there. Now, so we're going on this hypothetical situation because someone asked me yesterday how and why to enter position. So this is how you enter position. I just want to explain through the thought process. So okay, we got this bounce off of this low. Hypothetically situation, we took the take profits all the way up, right? We took take profits at 382, 0.5, 618, and then you let the rest ride, moving your stop loss more in profit each time. Okay, so once you get that, now the question becomes, okay, so when do I short, right? Do I short every single time we get a rejection off of this level, or do I short a rejection and every time we get a rejection off of this level? And this is where it gets a bit up in the air, at least for me. So if I'm in a scalping mood, or if you're more of a scalper and you like to take hedge positions and take quick profit, then yes, if you get a rejection off of these levels on whatever time frame you're looking at, most likely the 15 or the 5 minutes, something like that, then yeah, take short position, take real quick profit. All right, if you get a wick above, close below, takes a short and take a real quick profit like a scalp. But if you want more of a long-term play, kind of like this play right here, which will take at least a few hours to play out, if not a day, right? If we tested this level and coming back up to here, then what I would do in this specific situation would look at the E-minis during the overnight session, because these are 24 hours a day, except for the 1 hour CME is closed. So I would take a look at these. I would take a look at the E-minis and see how this is reacting. So if the E-minis are coming into a resistance level at the same time that Bitcoin is also, or around the same time that Bitcoin is also coming into that level during the overnight session, then I definitely would suggest taking a take profit level. A short position. What is like significant resistance? You can even just mark off this level right here, which is essentially the top of right here, like all these resistances at 3681. So just coming back up to 3681 while Bitcoin is also merging into that would be an example of that. So if they line up perfectly, then you would take the short position. I hope that makes sense. Cool. So let's just take a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So taking a look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, not much to be said, to be completely honest, at least in the 1 hour range. We could treat this as a little range right here. And you can see that we're going to come up and retest this value area high at 72.35. We do have this skew on the board controller, so we at least look for a break above where we look for a first. If you're not going to break out of this range, assuming you're not going to break above this range, where we look for this low volume node right here to get test, and we'll now take a look at Ethereum itself to then get a good look at what's going on. Okay. So for Ethereum itself, let me just adjust this volume profile so it encapsulates all price action within this range. I actually stayed with range bound, so this should have been at least a bit of an easier short. I can actually just pull this right here. Okay. So what we're looking at for Bitcoin, looking at for Ethereum, sorry, is that we are still within this range right here. You could have taken a short at this high right here that was retested, this range high on the closure basis. Was there also, yeah, there's also multiple drives of bearish reverse. So this should have also been, this should have been a bit easier than Bitcoin to see this top playing out. So right now, what do I see happening? So I do see just we're still continuing within this range, and we're just coming back to retest this point of control within this range. 1 hour closest basis, wick below, close above, perfectly fine. So I do think Ethereum definitely has a potential bounce right now. Right here, we do have TDI almost bottoming out and turning up. Where I look for a potential bounce would be this fair value gap plus a 0.5 Fibonacci level before anything else. So I do think right here is a good potential for bounce. So cool. All right, any coins you guys want me to look at? All right. Well, if that's all, then I'll leave you all with that. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. And I'll just reminder that links in the description below for our Discord server. A lot of good trades in there. Come join. It's completely free. And also, if you trade on Bybit and want decreased fees, there's a link in the description below. 30% off all your fees. So just sign up through there and you get 30% off. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 1. Bye, guys.